right, Miles, let's talk about the Green Bay Packers here for a little bit. They find themselves in the news for a lot of the right reasons. Of course, we're in the middle of mini camps and OTAs. And Miles, on this channel, we always like to dig for the under the radar news, the slow reports that no one's really paying attention in terms of the big media about what will really matter for teams going forward, especially for the Packers' new quarterback, Jordan Love. And there is great news out of Green Bay that I think Packers fans should be really excited about.
Yeah, Nick, I think this news in particular that you dug up is going to be really crucial for Jordan Love's development. I think it's going to be a huge story. Packers fans will love this one. But before we get into the story, Packers fans, I got to ask you in the comments section below, let us know who's your favorite Packers offensive lineman of all time. I think there's a lot of very great answers that you could go to. The Packers have a long and storied history throughout the NFL, so you got a lot of years to pick a lot of great guys. Let us know in the comments below. Who is your favorite Packers offensive lineman of all time? But nonetheless, Nick, let's get on into it. What do you got for the Packers?
Yeah, Miles, that's a heck of a teaser, as we like to say, talking about offensive linemen. And of course, with new starting quarterback Jordan Love, he's going to need a lot of help up front with this offensive line. Of course, a lot of young receivers on the back end as well that he's going to have to get a good rapport with. But there's great news on that front involving veteran Packers tackle David Bakhtiari. This is from NBC Sports at Pro Football Talk. Miles, if you throw out the report, I will read from it. All right, knee issues kept Bakhtiari out for all but one game in 2021, and he missed 6 more contests last year. Bakhtiari's final offseason report on the current state of his knee was a positive one, however. I feel really good, Bakhtiari said via Pete Doherty of PackersNews.com. Obviously, I don't want to jinx it or oversell anything, but I think it will show up in how much I play. I was just getting everything I could to make it work for last year. It wasn't ideal, but sometimes you're not dealt the best hand. Now I'd say from a knee strength standpoint, I feel very strong. All right, Miles, this is obviously great news for the Green Bay Packers. First of all, because David Bakhtiari is one heck of a player, but obviously, like I alluded to, having a great pass protection tackle will be huge for Jordan Love. Obviously, having a cleaner pocket, make his reads easier, allows him to work more on his progressions instead of having to escape and scramble and things like that will be huge for this Packers offense. But before I throw it to you, Miles, people, I think, forgot in terms of the entire NFL sphere how scary good David Bakhtiari was when he's healthy. If he can even scratch that surface again in 2023, Jordan Love will absolutely be excited to have this guy back. So this is according to PFF, Pro Football Focus, grading out Bakhtiari's pass blocking going back to the 2016 campaign. And anytime we look at PFF, we always say anytime a player grades out in the 70s, that's a good, solid player. It's a really nice starter. Any player that grades out in the low to mid 80s, that's like a star player. That's a Pro Bowl caliber player. High 80s into the 90s, that's like all pro, all-time great stuff. That's like Aaron Donald good once you grade into the 90s. So this is David Bakhtiari's pass blocking grades per PFF going back to 2016, Miles. These numbers are staggering. 94.3, that's all-time great stuff. 2017, 94.6, all-time great stuff. 2018, 93.6. 2019, 89.1. 2020, 91.6. 2021, injury short, didn't play very much at all. 2022, despite missing a lot of time during the injury, still 87.8. Wow. So Bakhtiari essentially oscillates between an all-time great pass blocking tackle and a Pro Bowl all-pro pass blocking tackle. This guy is an absolute stud. When he's on the field, Packers offense is just, excuse me, it's just so much better. Jordan Love should be absolutely stoked that he's hearing these news. So should Packers fans. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are. Before I try and cough again, though, I want to remind everyone to stay tuned to the end of today's video to hear a word from the partner of today's video. And that, of course, is Neuro. Neuro's got a lot of great products to give you a fast and easy boost of energy. We love to take their mints or the gums right before the show to give us a spike of energy to talk about the Green Bay Packers. And we love talking about the Packers. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of today's video to learn more about Neuro, and most importantly, to get access to our special discount code. But all right, Miles, I'll throw it back over to you. What's your thoughts on this news involving Green Bay and Bakhtiari?
Yeah, Nick, I think this is some excellent news. As you said, this is crucial to Jordan Love's development. And Green Bay fans are probably thinking to themselves, man, I'm still uneasy about Bakhtiari. All right, he missed all of 2021. He was out a lot last year. Can he even return to form? And Green Bay fans, I'm going to put your mind at ease here. I'm going to give you an example of a very similar situation. You go back to Baltimore Ravens star left tackle Ronnie Stanley. He signed his big deal. He goes in 2020, blows out his knee, misses the rest of the season. He comes back the 2021 season, comes back maybe for a game or so, not right. He has to go get another surgery, misses the entire season. Finally, he comes back last year. He is returned to form, and after a few games of warm-up, he looks just as good as he used to. He came back from knee injury, after missing basically portions of 2 whole years and came back and was a star player once again. I think David Bakhtiari can do a very similar thing. He puts in the work. He is a dog. He is in the weight room in and out. He's looking really good. And I think that he's going to come back from this knee injury, Nick, back to superstar form. As we said last year, he still, despite having shortened injury a little bit last year as well, put up a stellar 87.8 grade in that pass blocking grade per PFF. I think coming back this season fully healthy, he can get back to his standard, which is insane that his standard is 90 plus pass blocking grade, Nick. And I think this is exactly what Jordan Love needs to be the superstar quarterback that we think he can be, to get rapport with these receivers like we think he can. I think David Bakhtiari is the key to this problem, and I think he's going to come back this year better than ever.
All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.